We were at the club, and then, like, I was dancing with the girl, and then she leaned in and she gave me a kiss. That's how I knew I was straight.
Straight? Sorry, straight?
Yeah. Yeah.
How can I make this about me? I knew it. Like, why didn't you just tell me?
Because
you know I wouldn't have cared. Like, you see, clearly I'm not making this a big deal. So why wouldn't you have told me? Like, you know that I'll love you no matter what it is.
Okay.
So why?
What?
Oh my God. Like, it's natural. This is okay. I support this.
I wasn't doubting that. I'm good. Can you stop that?
I mean, I always kind of knew.
Okay. Congrats.
You know, if anyone were to ever come out as, you know, your kind, then, you know, I wouldn't have any issue with it. So
Damon. Yeah, I'm good. I'm fine.
I've always loved you, and I will always love you no matter what you are.
Thank you, and I appreciate that. Can I tell you the rest of my story?
What up, y'all? It's Damon, and I'm back with another one. So most coming out videos on the internet, or even on like television these days, it's always a tinge of sadness. There's like some drama. It's a scandal. And so you, as somebody who might be thinking like, oh shit, maybe I have some feelings for the same sex, it makes you think that your coming out will be that way. Then, because it will be that way, you're like, I'm not gonna come out because I don't wanna go through all that. Yo, we have to keep showing these videos as well that are positive, uplifting. Hey, mine was pretty good. Am I lucky? Of course. Do we always have to add disclaimers to our videos? Yes, clearly, apparently.
And finally, you know what, I never said I was gay on this channel because guess what, I didn't have to. Why are you expecting me to say something if I'm gay? I can be gay and not say something. Why are you expecting me to say that?
This is a guideline video. I agree with you. We should not have to do this. No one should have to do this. And in 10, 15 years, I don't think anybody will have to do this because it'll just be like, do you like green or blue? You like guys or girls, or both? Or like none. However, we're still living in a time where it is necessary to get these messages out there so we can get to that point. So I wanted to be on the right side of history, hence the video. Let's start it. I wanted to start here, and I've said this a million times on my Instagram story. We have to challenge everything that was decided for us before we even got to Earth. Oh, that law was made 300 years ago? Okay. What? No, we need to challenge that because does it still make sense for today's world? Do we need to change it? Everything that you've grown up thinking and being conditioned to believe in, is that really the way to think of things? So any belief you hold, you should just be like holding it like this, because it's only what you've learned from like one source or a few sources. And at a moment's notice, you could be thinking this thing. On the most basic level of like just human behavior and like actions on Earth, if you're not standing for like the world that you would like to see one day, then like, what is the point of your lifetime? Like, don't you want to help out? Don't you want to make a world like that you will live in? Don't you? Anyone who does not agree with your lifestyle does not deserve to take up space in your life. This isn't about, like, this whole thing is not about them. It's about you. What do you want? What are they doing for you? Like, let's ask that question. Oh, okay, so, they may not like the lifestyle that you are choosing to live, lifestyle. Let's just stop and like ask about, I don't like the way that you eat that quarter pounder at Burger King, but I still live with it. I don't like the way that you still wear that goofy hat, but I still live with it, and it's fine by me. Because guess what? That's what you want to do, and I like who you are. This is a two-way street, baby, not a one-way. If you want the one-way, you gotta go cross town. I'm not over there. I'm on the two ways all the time. All relationships in your life should be the two ways. You know, I kind of see it like this. I'm here in this forest, Bois de Vincennes in Paris, and there's a path. And we're all like jogging down the path of our lifetimes, right? And we have our friends and our families who are on the sidelines. These birds are like, keep going, Damon. You have your friends on the sidelines and they're like, Damon, you need this sweat towel? Damon, you need this water station? I'm here to help you on your path. I'm not here to get in the way. And if you think in your life like, All right, who's on my path? Like, just getting in the fucking way. Who's in this way? Like, and why are you in my way? Like, get out. And again, this doesn't have to be dramatic. Our paths are not compatible. Our paths are not crossing anymore. That's fine. You can live a whole other life over there. I mean, if you think about it, like, we don't meet as many people as we do meet. Like, there are, what, 8 billion people on Earth? So it's pretty liberating in a way. If you're thinking about coming out, if you are uncomfortable with your sexuality, if you're uncomfortable with your skin color, just know, like, the people who you think are around you can, like, disappear because there's so many other people out there like you who want to, like, support you and be with you. Okay, get out. Nobody gets to decide your worth but you. So if you are gay and you don't want to come out because you think that your friends might say something and they're not going to like you, they aren't your friends anyway. Those were never your friends. They don't get to decide your worth. If you are getting your job and you are like, oh, I'm gonna be so good, and then you don't get it. Oh well, the job wasn't for you. It never was. It wasn't put in your life for you to have. It was never yours in the first place. But they don't get to decide your worth. If you are a minority in the United States of America and a police officer is asserting his gross amount of power over you, they do not get to decide your worth. Who gets to decide our worth? We do. Let's move on. This, you see how this one I'm like making a little bit more general? Making a little bit more general. It's not just about the LGBT community in this one, but it still kind of is. You'll only come out when you feel comfortable with it yourself. Everyone's on their own timeline. I'm not here to be like, so come out tonight. If you don't, then you ain't gay. Like, I'm not here to do that. Everyone's family situation is different. I'm so lucky that I had such a supportive family, which is actually kind of surprising because I am from a really small town in Indiana. But yeah, my family was just like, okay, when is he coming home for Christmas? And I was like, oh, that's it. And they were like, when is he coming home for Christmas? So I can know what to make. Scrolling the web the other day and I came across Lele Pons video, "My Dad is Gay." And I saw this comment and I was like, I know that this girl doesn't mean any harm, but what she said was like, it's okay that he's gay, nobody's perfect. And I was like, just to get the record straight, being gay is not a weakness. In fact, none of the people I know who are gay like wish they were straight, nor do I. Like, I don't want to change. I don't want to be straight. I don't need to be because everything is fine. Again, this is like the last thing that I live my life talking about. It just is. Oh, Damon, do you like tennis? Yeah. Damon, do you drink coffee like 5 times a day? Yeah. Hey, Damon, you live in Paris? Yep. Damon, you date guys? Yeah. Like, all on the same level for me. Look, I don't mean to make this difficult, because I know when you make these things difficult, when people are trying to help, then they get silent and they don't want to talk because they're afraid of offending people, even though they are allies. Like, they just want to help, but we still got some work to do. That's all I gotta say. Part of activism is helping people understand, okay? So you're gonna have those assholes. You're gonna have those people who are completely convinced that this is the one way to live. Like what I do earlier. Hold your beliefs like this until, no, not even until, like everyone's beliefs in life should be like this. So we can all come together and decide like, okay, what's the best path forward here? Because if it's like this, it's hard to make progress. So, as somebody who makes travel videos, it's so important to realize that when you go to countries that don't support LGBT rights, like it'll remain that way until you challenge the status quo. So you gotta kind of like show up. The reason most people don't go to countries that don't support LGBT rights is because they don't want to spend their money that goes towards governments who then oppress the LGBT population. But in my mind, like that's gonna keep perpetuating the same issue. All right, it's just gonna stay that way then. When I went to Kenya, like, was I there waving my hands around that I'm gay? No, I don't do that anywhere. But was I there, like, being just who I am? Yeah, you have to change public opinion. People will see that you're pretty well off, you're doing a good job, everything looks good on your side. That's gonna register in their brains. But it's also gonna make the people in that population, that group of people, realize, oh yeah, okay, if they're fine, then maybe I should like honor who I actually am, and we can get this thing going so the whole world accepts LGBT rights. Okay, so maybe being gay isn't conducive to reproduction. There are plenty of straight people who don't want to reproduce. Should everyone be forced to reproduce when they can? Like, just because they can, should they? Just because I'm fertile doesn't mean that I have to have children. So this same-sex attraction, wouldn't it have died out by now based upon the theory of survival of the fittest, since it doesn't make sense for reproduction? Well, still here. Like, have y'all seen the animal kingdom? Gay as fuck. They're always over there, like, don't matter who you are. And I've even questioned, like, why isn't everybody on Earth attracted to everybody on Earth? Again, the guys got the ding-a-ling, the girls got the thing-a-ling, and these are things that, like, arouse a lot of people. So why wouldn't we all be attracted to everything? I'm not. Like, I'm also not attracted to the thing-a-lings. But why am I not? Like, that's the questions that I have all the time. Because it would make sense. Like, why wouldn't we? Maybe I'm just way ahead of my time. Or maybe I'm way off. Now, what people will say to refute that argument that, the animal kingdom's gay as fuck too. People will say, yes, but we now have intelligence to decide morality. And it's never been moral to be Adam and Steve when you can be Adam. Shit, it really makes me laugh. Like, it really makes me laugh because it's so, like, dumb to me. Like, how you can get mad at just two people, like, just wanting to love each other? How you gonna get mad at that? How can you just be mad at two people who have what? Not fear, not hate, not anger, love. Just wanna, like, be nice and peaceful together. And you're like, no, that's not right. It's not right. I'm pretty sure most people's opposition to gay rights is not so much about a guy and a guy or a girl and a girl loving each other. It's about sex. People don't like the fact that two men would be having sex with each other or two women would be having sex with each other, but yet they can have all the kinkiest sex they want and that's okay. Or like they could still be doing, excuse me, we're like getting real in this video. They could be doing anal and it's fine, but as soon as like two guys do it, it's no longer fine. It's not our fault y'all put the thing there. Like, that's where the G-spot is in the male body. Like, what did you expect? Anatomy? Blame it on anatomy. Yeah, this comes down to sex. Like, whether you are having the most boring sex or the kinkiest sex, no matter what you are doing, it does not concern me. Cause we are not having sex. Sorry. How did this happen? Again, what? Challenge everything that was decided for you before you got here. Argument number 5 million. If everyone is gay, the species wouldn't survive. Do you really think we have an issue with this right now? We don't. This is like the last thing on the list. We do not need to worry about reproduction. And the minute we need to reproduce, I'm sure people will stand up and have sex if they really need to. The older I get, the more like a toddler I get. I just keep asking the question, why? Sex should be between a guy and a girl. Why? Because that's how you reproduce. Why? What if I don't want to reproduce? Well, then it should still be between a guy and a girl. But why? Because that's what I learned. Okay, well, why don't you just do what you want to do? Yeah, you're right. You see how, like, asking why, it just gets exhausting. Like, people don't have the, like, stamina for this. That's why they go the easy route, and they're just like, nope, not cool. Although nowadays, it's really nice because the world is changing. Well, that was a lot to get through. Yo, it was necessary. If not, maybe for you, it was still necessary for me to remember why I believe everything that I stand for. Why I'm here. What I'm doing here. Well, that's all. I said everything I needed to say. Now, can you leave your comments below? I'd like to hear what you have to say, too. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next week. Bisous. Does not matter, because you and I are not doing it. So why do you care so much? Oh, because it's promoting the market. What? Why does that matter? It doesn't. Yeah, I know. I'm truly like a modern hippie, I know this. I'm like a straight up modern hippie. You don't think you're homophobic, but like you still say some things that are like a little off there. So they were in there like hitting each other with the towels and being like, yeah bro, I'm not gay, like don't do that. But then they like hit each other again. And I was just like, I think men like men more than they like to admit.